Hi, it's been a minute. So I'm a little red because I just got back from a run. My fiance and I, we did like 3.28 miles, I think it said. It's actually pretty cool here right now for Las Vegas. It's only like 92 as opposed to 120, so we took advantage of it. So last week or 2 weeks ago, my aunt sent me, who knows all about my hair stuff, she sent me a video from Dr. Axe, and I will actually drop that link in the description below. And anyhow, he was talking about hair loss and hair thinning and offered a few natural remedies. Some of them I had already tried, like fish oil supplements and stuff like that, but there was one thing in particular that I hadn't heard of, hadn't tried, and I was like, I have to try this and I have to tell you guys about it. So he suggested drinking aloe vera juice, and I was super skeptical when I heard that because aloe vera on its own, just like the plant, is super bitter, I think, and like you can't eat it or consume it plain. It's disgusting. But the juice, of course, they add sugar to it, so it's actually pretty good. So you know, I just started doing it, but it's also supposed to be really good for like digestion and all this other stuff, which my belly's always been kind of funky, so I thought, what the hell, it can't hurt. And then he was saying that it's supposed to help with your hair as well. And then he said you could use warm olive oil. I don't know why I'm tripping over my words so much, but he recommended aloe vera gel. And he had, I don't know what brand he had, the bottle was covered, but I just got this off of Amazon. And he said what you do is you take a little scoop of this and you put a few drops of rosemary essential oil in your hair. And supposedly, I was reading about this, supposedly rosemary essential oil can be as powerful for hair regrowth as products like Rogaine. Maybe, we'll see. Tried Rogaine, didn't like it, but anyhow, that's another video. So this came from Amazon, and I bought rosemary essential oil. This was the cover of the box. This is how it comes. And I'm gonna try this today, and I'm gonna share it with you. My hair is not clean, so I'm gonna take it out of my bun and comb it, and it's gonna be greasy. It is what it is. But he said you do this and then you go shower. So that's why I'm doing it now, as opposed to unclean hair. Also, I had mentioned this in a previous video asking if you would be okay with it, and I don't think anyone commented directly to this, but not embarrassed, I dermaplane my face, you know, with one of these things. And it's funny because for as hard of a time as I have growing hair on my head, I grow it on my face, which, you know, go figure, but it's like that peach fuzz hair. So I've tried tweezing, I've tried waxing. Yes, they're good because they remove the whole hair, whereas this is technically just like shaving it. But this is so much faster and it's so easy, and it gets rid of all the dead skin, which is great. Your hair does not grow back thicker. I was terrified of trying this because of that. It does not grow back thicker. The reason it might feel thicker or feel stubbly is because, like when we shave our legs, you're not pulling the hair out, you're just cutting it. So it's creating a blunt edge, and that's why it feels so stubbly. Whereas if you're tweezing or waxing, it's pulling the hair out, and then a whole new hair grows. And new hair is so soft because it's got a pointed edge, not a blunt edge. So, but you're not gonna change the number of pores on your face that are growing hair. So yeah, that's not gonna make your hair thicker. If it were, I would do my whole damn head. All right, so anyway, I already washed my face because I had sunblock on. Let's get started. So I'm going to get my oil ready and actually have a story for you that it's kind of related to what some of us have talked about before. But let me get this. Do I need to take this? Yeah. Oh, it smells so good. Okay. I'm so excited to finally have this because I had actually ordered a shipment like 2 weeks ago and it never came. And then they were like, oh, it's lost. Okay, great, thanks. Wouldn't give me a refund, so I had to order a replacement, which is fine. And then that got here, you know, in another couple of days. So now I finally have it. But so it just comes like this. There's a little cover on it. So ooh, yeah, cool. Okay, let me get my hair down. All right, so how I'm gonna do this is probably just part my hair all around my head like this and put the gel all in, and then I'll rub it. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to tell you a story that I think you'll be interested in. So today's Saturday, not yesterday, but the Friday prior, I started getting, it was the last day of my period, and I started getting what felt like period cramps. So I just took a blob of the gel in my hand like this, and now I am putting, I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's start with that. I'm just gonna, this is kind of awkward. I'm just like mixing it like this. So anyway, I started getting what felt like period cramps, which I never get on the tail end of my period. I get it for the first day, maybe the first 2 days, and that's it. But I thought, okay, well, we'll see what happens. It was kind of a funky period anyway. It was like a little heavier and a little longer than it normally is. So I wasn't concerned or anything, more just curious. And it was on the left side, low left side, like where you might get period cramps, where your ovaries are. So I thought, you know, it's fine. And then it continued to Saturday and Sunday. And Sunday, the pain wasn't in the left, it was in the middle. So then I started thinking, well, maybe it's a UTI, because I've had UTIs before, and that's where the pain is, but I was peeing fine. Too much? The UTIs I've had in the past, I was peeing blood, and it was very, very, very painful. And this was more just like a bloat, like a cramping. So I didn't know what it was. And then I thought, well, it's not a kidney stone, because I didn't feel pain in any of those spots, like on the side of my torso. And this went on all week. And towards the end of the week, I was like, am I gonna need to go to urgent care for this? Because it was getting really old. And I was also concerned, what if something's wrong? So I ended up texting my sister, who's had ovarian cysts. In fact, she had one that was so big back when she was in college that, did they remove the whole ovary? I can't remember, but she had a cyst the size of like a grapefruit wrapped around her ovary, and I believe it ruptured, and she had to get it taken out. So she's really familiar with this. So, and of course I had Googled it, and everything was saying ovarian cyst, and it was saying that normally they're like very harmless and they go away on their own. But I texted her and I was like, this is what I'm feeling, what do you think? And she was like, yeah, it could be. And she said, you know, give it to the weekend, see what happens. And she said, because yeah, like normally, she's had other ones since, and she said normally they go away on their own. So finally, I woke up, was it yesterday, and started feeling better. And then like an idiot, I went and did a workout in the garage, and we lift weights, and I'm pretty sure I did more than my body wanted and did not feel so great after. So I thought, okay, lesson learned. And so then, you know, logically I figured the best thing to do today was to run for more than 3 miles in 90-degree heat. Anyhow, I feel good. I feel better. So whatever it was, I think it's safe to say that it's mostly gone. Okay. Sexy. All right, I'm gonna grab one more blob because I got all this, but I didn't get it in the bag. And honestly, I think I'm just gonna like put it on my fingertips and do it like that. I think that'll get the job done. So anyhow, I bring this up because in the comments section, we've talked a lot before about hormones and lady problems and periods and menopause and all that. And because obviously your hormones and hair growth are very much connected. So I bring that up. If you've ever experienced anything similar and you're comfortable sharing it, drop a comment. But yeah, it took like a solid week and I'm feeling better. And there's still like this general like mild cramping in my stomach, but it's mostly gone. And you know, I wasn't in like excruciating pain. It was just mega uncomfortable. It was so uncomfortable. And in fact, what was weird was I felt bloated, but on the outside, you couldn't tell. You couldn't see the bloat, but I only felt it inside. My stomach was actually really flat because my appetite was down because I was so uncomfortable. But it's crazy because like I would be laying in bed and I'd want to roll over into a different position, and I felt like I had this huge gut. It felt like I had to take my gut and like swing it over. That's how it felt. That's how big my stomach felt. It was so weird. But yeah, thankful that that's gone now. All right, let's see. Do I have one of my claw clippies? I do. So because I want to leave this in for a while, I'm going to pin my hair up and wash my hands. And then we're gonna shave my face. Be right back.
You look really good.
I got stuff in my hair. Love you. Wasn't he so cute? Okay. Like I said, I washed my face. Now, I'm not a dermatologist. I'm not an esthetician. I think that's what they're called. This is how it works for me. I'm always open to suggestions. But if you have any criticism, I kindly ask that you keep it to yourself. Fortunately, everyone's been super nice in the comments, but I'm just gonna put that out there now. I think I'm gonna start with a fresh blade. Here's something funny, hold on. One year, I wanna say it was for Christmas, it was the year that my mom and sister and I all got into this. And I had gone out to like the drugstore or wherever, and I got one. And, you know, knowing that you have to replace them over time, just like any razor. And my mom was like, I'm sending you a present. She said, and I've gone through many of these, she sent me this like Costco size bag. And I was like, how hairy do you think I am, Mom? But God bless her, because I will never have to buy another one in my life. All right, I have watched many videos on this and read many articles. So I do it on dry skin. I've seen videos where people do it on like wet skin or oil, they put something on it. I prefer dry. And then what I'm gonna do, I'll do it after my shower so you won't see it, but what I would do when I'm done is I use this almost every night, hyaluronic acid. So this is supposed to be really good for anti-aging in general and just your skin. So I'm gonna do this, then I'll go shower, and then when I'm out of the shower, I just take this and I put like a drop here, 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 all over, and that'll be it. My best piece of advice with this is don't go ham. You're gonna start doing it, and you're gonna see it's gonna be peach fuzz everywhere. It's gonna look like it's snowing in my bathroom, and it's very satisfying. And when you're doing this to yourself, you're gonna be like, I'm just gonna keep going. You're gonna scrape your skin raw, and you know, like obviously if it starts to bleed, it should not bleed, but what's gonna happen is it'll probably dry your skin out, which will go away. But stop yourself shortly before you get to that point, and that's even better. How I do this, I'm gonna get up close. I hold my skin like this. This is kind of hard to do on camera. And you hold it not flat, but like just angled enough so that the blade touches your skin. And here, can you see? It's not like, this is really hard to focus this. It's not like a blade, like a knife blade. I mean, you can touch it and it's not gonna cut you, but it's enough to shave your skin. So I go like this, and then you do, I don't know if you can see the skin falling in the hair. I can see it. It's so gross, but so wonderful. And you just do short strokes. I want to make sure I don't shave my eyebrow off. And so again, it's kind of hard to see, but the entire time I was doing that out of this eye, and you can see it, some of it right there, it's just like snowing in the bathroom, but it makes my skin so soft. I love it. And especially because, you see all that? That's dead skin and hair. I especially like this as opposed to tweezing. Like I'll tweeze if I get, you know, those darker, like the actual eyebrow hairs along here, I'll tweeze those. But you know the peach fuzz I'm talking about that you get everywhere. You can't tweeze that, you'd be here all day. So I really like this just because it's so much quicker and you get everything. And it also really changes the way your makeup looks, because normally, like if you don't remove the hair from your face, the makeup is largely clinging to that hair. So when you don't have that hair anymore, it's like a smoother finish, I guess you could say. So much peach fuzz. I always thought it was so funny that one day God looked at me and he was like, we're gonna make her hair fall out. What did he do then? Just put it on my face? And it's crazy. I actually never realized how much peach fuzz I have on my face. It's outrageous. There's something about this whole process though that's actually, I'm gonna have to vacuum in here later. It's actually kind of, I wanna say like therapeutic. You're literally shedding the old you. That's like philosophical. I love it. It's very deep. I am shedding skin like a snake. Yeah, I will definitely vacuum and wipe down this bathroom after. So don't think I'm too gross. Yeah, you see it? Can you see how much? I don't know if you can see it. It's so hard to get this to focus. You know, it's funny. I've always been kind of I always get a lot of dry skin here. I've always been self-conscious about my peach fuzz. And it seemed like no other woman had peach fuzz on their face. And it was just one of those things that I was always super self-conscious about. And like over the years, the older I get, it's one of those things that I keep telling myself, this is 100% normal. We were born with hair on our bodies. And I'm actually like, knowing that I'm recording this and I'm gonna put it out there, it's actually scary, but also liberating, because part of me is like nervous, but then at the same time, it's liberating. Because now we all know that I have hair on my face, so who cares? And you're the same. It's natural. My mustache is always the hardest. And you know what's really deceiving about this? You could keep going and dead skin will keep coming off. But I know now the boundary between like exfoliating and taking off fresh skin, because I know the place now where it's like, if I go too far, I'm gonna wake up with super dry skin, and it just takes like, you know, it only takes a few days to heal, but it's like my forehead, there is still dead skin coming off. I could keep doing this for a very long time and it'll just keep coming off. But I know eventually if I take it too far, it'll get really dry, like painfully dry. For my upper lip, what I do is that, and then I just start from the top down like this. And then my chin is always hard to get. It's definitely got peach fuzz and dead skin on it, but for some reason, it's just like hard to get in there. When I go sideways, it's a little easier. And then in terms of my nose, it's kind of hit or miss. So I will do it like this a little bit, but I have to be really careful because just the other night I exfoliated my face and I did it on my nose too hard. My nose is always peeling. I don't know why. And actually I broke the skin a little bit. And if you look, there's 2 little dots there where it was bleeding and it's still healing. So I don't want to do that too much. What I will try to do is like get up in here. You want to know where I get mad peach fuzz? It's right here. You want to see it snow. So hard to do this on camera. Okay, I'm gonna do one quick check in my mirror right here just to make sure I didn't miss anything. And that'll do it. I cleaned up a few like little spots around the corners of my eyebrows here. Sometimes I miss that, but that's it. So that's how I dermaplane my face. And this has actually felt really nice. There's a tiny, tiny, tiny tingle to it, which feels good because my scalp is always really dry. And that's all I got for you today. So I'm gonna keep doing the aloe vera, and obviously once isn't enough. I will keep doing it maybe twice a week. I don't think he said in the video, but I want to make it a regular habit, especially if the aloe vera will help with my scalp. I've told you before, my scalp gets like hella dry and it's just so uncomfortable. It's like, it's not even day 2. It's when I get out of the shower, as soon as my hair is dry, my scalp is flaking. So maybe this will help with that as well. But yeah, that was, I'll tell you one more time, aloe vera gel and rosemary essential oil. I put a blob of this in my hand. I just scooped it out, and then I did 4 to 5 drops of this, mix it together, and then I just started working it into my scalp like this, and then also drinking a little bit of aloe vera juice every day. Those are the biggest changes I'm making as of right now. Dr. Axe did mention fish oil, vitamin B, biotin. I'm already taking a hair supplement right now, so I didn't want to start taking more supplements on top of it, but I will try those next. And yeah, that's it. So let me know if you like this video. Hopefully I'll have something really exciting for the next one. I think it's crazy, but I think I just got, I don't think it's called a sponsorship. I had a company reach out to me and ask if I'd be willing to promote their product. They sent over an agreement that I still need to read and sign, and they will send me some really cool stuff to try. And yeah, so that was a cool email to get. But I will keep you guys posted, and if you like this, if you like the skincare part of it, let me know. If there's something else you want to see, let me know. I'm always down to try new stuff or try it on camera for the first time. I feel like we've got, you know, our own little family here, a little community. So I'm really comfortable with you, and yeah, I'll try just about anything. But okay, I hope you're doing well, and drop me a comment, say hello, and love you guys.